What's up everybody, I'm Aiden.
I'm Clark. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Line 6 Helix and why we upgraded from the Moore GE300.
Welcome to Liquid Studios. The Line 6 Helix, it sounds fantastic. I can't overstate how good it actually sounds, and I was skeptical of it. As anybody who watched the channel knows, we had the Moore, and that's what we use for our guitar tones.
All the sounds you're about to hear with this were recorded with my Ibanez 560A guitar, and everything's straight out of the Helix into our audio interface.
We downloaded the Helix native quite a while back. We played around with it, and it sounded okay, I thought, but it wasn't really...
It didn't really sound any better than the plugins that we had, like Bias and Amplitude, so we didn't really feel it was worth the big investment to upgrade to it. But after we finally did get a Helix and upgrade, we realized how kind of wrong we were with all that. It sounds phenomenal. I think part of it too was with having the experience with the Moore, being able to EQ a bit better and learning and understanding that you're not really going for an amp in the room sound, you're trying to go for more of a polished, finished sound on your guitar tone. So it kind of takes a lot of people back at first, and it takes a little bit to get used to set up your own presets, but once you start figuring it out, the sky's the limit with what you can do. And we definitely found we had to upgrade. We didn't have to upgrade, but we wanted to upgrade because we needed something to run for our singer as well, for his guitar rig. We didn't want another amp, and we didn't really want to have to purchase another modeler just specifically for him. So the setup with this is perfect because I can control all of his rig on my patches as well.
Yeah, that was the initial reason we ended up pulling the trigger on the Helix. We've had it for a while now, quite a few months, but we like to... all the videos we do is on stuff we actually own and use, so we usually wait a while until we've been pretty familiar with anything before we talk about it. And the main reason we did get the Helix was so we could have those extra inputs for our singer, our rhythm guitarist. Because we were looking at it was going to cost a couple $100 to get it, like Clark was saying, another modeler or something. We were looking at getting him the small little Moore. And once we got the Helix and Clark started playing around with it, it's the sounds, as you're going to hear, are phenomenal. And the nice thing is especially for recording, it just makes it so much easier because the sound is already kind of shaped and ready to go, so it doesn't take a whole lot of processing.
Yeah, you don't really have to do much afterwards, like adding plugins to it. You might want to do a little bit of like EQ and compression, but that's really about it to fine tune your sound out of it.
So also being able to put this into a rack and having it up off of the ground for when we're playing live was a big bonus for us, because having Clark having the modeler down on the floor, you're risking anything
Happening to it on
Yeah.
stage. Like anybody can spill something on it or come up on stage and destroy it. So you just don't want to take a chance with when you're spending that kind of money on something like this. So that's why we ended up going with the rack unit. And then I got the foot controller and the Mission Engineering expression pedal to go with it. One thing that I found was a big plus for this unit over top of the Moore was the ability to blend multiple amps together. With that, you're limited to just one amp and one IR or one cabinet. Whereas with this, on both your channels, you can split your paths, so that way you can have two different amps with cabs, or you can run one amp with two different IRs and you can put different effects before or after each IR. And you can split them left and right if you want, or blend them together mono. There's a lot you can do just to really tweak and fine tune your sound. That might be an issue for some people because you might end up just being lost for hours with it. So one thing I would recommend is when you go in to set up an amp on it, kind of have an idea in your head what you're already looking for. Because if not, you'll just sit there and tweak forever because you'll be like, oh, I'll try this effect or try this, and then you'll just notice, yeah, a long time has gone by of just tweaking things.
as you can tell, we're really happy with the unit. I foresee this being our rig indefinitely now for the next.
Until there's another breakthrough in technology with modelers and stuff where they can really step it up. Because even though right now they're stepping up horsepower in the units for being able to build patches, this I don't think you're really gonna be limited at all setting up a patch. Like I do end up using a lot of processing, but I've never found, even with using it, where I'm hit a point where I'm bottlenecked and I'm like, I can't put anything else onto it.
So yeah, we're thrilled with it, and I hope anybody listening from the sounds, enjoyed what this thing can do. If you play it, I don't think you would be disappointed.
Haven't hooked it up to an amp yet to hear how it sounds running it that way. We'll probably end up doing a video on that, hooking up the 4-cable method, and also just running it into the effects loop with some of the preamps to hear it out of a regular speaker cabinet.
Thanks everybody for checking out our video. If you enjoyed it,
Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
to stay up to date on new videos that we release, you can also connect with us on social media, Twitter @Liquid Studio 2 and Instagram @Liquid Studio Producers.
We host a live stream every Monday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on
eLive,
at
eLive.
TV/Liquid Studio.
Come, hang out, talk, and create music with us. We post all the songs we create to SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Liquid Studio Producers. We list the key and BPM of each song.
You can then download the songs, add your own vocals and instruments to create your very own songs, or just enjoy the music for yourself.
Also, if you're a content creator, you can use any of the songs we create as royalty-free music for your own video content.